Ladies and gentlemen, we have some physique updates from Rubiel Mosquera, aka Nexzilla, as he prepares for the New York Pro and maybe the Arnold Classic. I don't know. We also have some cool collaboration news from Derek Lunsford and Mr. Beast. So that's going to be a really cool developing story. And also, maybe even Hunter Labrada might be hopping into the New York Pro, as well as some New York Pro news. Hunter might be doing the Arnold, is what I meant to say. Now, moving into this collaboration, this happened before the Olympia, where Mr. Beast and Derek Lunsford, you can check out the full video over on Derek's page. You click the link to his YouTube, and you can watch that full YouTube video. It's pretty interesting to watch. But in essence, to summarize for you fine, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, the conversation around that was, obviously they're like, wow, this is crazy. I've never seen an Olympian in person. And then Derek gets to run through some posing routines. They're absolutely blown away. And the big takeaway here, the big piece of information was that at the very end of it, Mr. Beast agreed with Derek Lunsford that if Derek wins both titles, if he wins the Open and the 212, that Mr. Beast will have Derek Lunsford out to Mr. Beast's own private gym for a private workout where Derek can run Mr. Beast through all his, training routine, his regiment, right? So I think it's kind of interesting to see one of these huge YouTubers, very famous person, very, very successful content creator, do a collaboration with the Mr. Olympia, bringing in these interesting collaborations. I think is going to be a huge opportunity for the Olympia brand as well as the Mr. Olympia himself to get out there and show the world a little bit more about the Mr. Olympia. We didn't really have much done with Hadi. We didn't have much done with Big Ramy, and hopefully now is the time to really push the envelope and get the Mr. Olympia title, the name, out there more. Now, Hunter Labrada on the left, you usually have it on the right, but it's on the left today, showing off an arm day training footage. So not a big deal, nothing crazy happening here, ladies and gentlemen, but I did think it was kind of interesting. I thought it was kind of exciting. He looks very much in shape. He's been doing a little bit of guest posing. He's been running around the different Texas locations. I saw him doing the pose down with Stuart Sutherland and Jordan Hutchinson. So he's busy. He's putting in the work, and he's still in shape. So my question to you is, we're going to hear the Arnold Classic lineup today. They're dropping the news on all the lineups, and we're going to go in depth into all the men's divisions and let you guys see exactly who's competing. But my question to you is, do you think Hunter Labrada might be on that list? Quickly moving right into the New York Pro. So AJ over at Kelly Roberts over at the female bodybuilding channel, and he also does as Totoro starts to agree, he's back. He also runs the news portion for Fuad's channel. He was posting this breaking news saying that, hey, they're adding an extra 10 grand to the men's open and the other divisions are adding a little bit of money, but the New York Pro is losing a division. And my question was, what division do you think they're losing? A lot of people were saying maybe figure. Some people were saying 212. I'm not really sure. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are there. But with this new notice, with this information about adding an extra 20,000, we have people like Ian Valliere saying he's coming out of retirement to compete here. Clearly a joke, but in the comments, you also saw people like Bo Lewis hinting at doing the Open. You also have James Hollingshead hinting at doing the show. We already know that Rubiel Mosquera, as we'll talk about in just a second, is doing the show, as well as Samson Dauda. Rafael Brandeo is also doing the show. So in essence, I would say historically what you see with the Arnold Classic USA or Ohio, whatever, let me know which one you guys prefer, and then I'll just switch it up for the next one. What you see historically is whoever does the Arnold Classic, that most of the guys that do that show end up doing the Indy Pro, which is gone. They end up doing the Boston, which is gone. They'll end up doing the New York, and those shows like that immediately after. So expect to see that. But who I think a lot of you are the most excited for is Rubiel Mosquera. Now, this guy, aka Nexzilla, was phenomenal over on the European tour. In those European shows, he did the Prague, turned pro there, ended up placing top 3 above Nathan Diasha, which I thought was insane. And when we look at the guy's structure, he has, in my opinion, all the muscle he needs to be a top pro. I would say he just needs to learn. I thought the posing needed a little bit of work. I also thought maybe the stage presentation, the energy, putting a little bit more energy into the transitions, into the shots, as well as conditioning overall. But I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, what I've noticed recently, especially with the rise of Samson Dauda recently, he's been around for a while, but he really started slamming the training and the supplementation to grow exponentially in the last 2 years. What we've seen with Samson Dauda is he's pushing the envelope on size. He's maintaining a relatively small waist, which isn't as small as a lot of people think, but I'm not going to get into that argument. But he doesn't really bring a lot of conditioning. He doesn't really bring a lot of detail and separation. It's big, full, bubbly muscle. It's essentially like guest posing Phil Heath, but with more. I don't want to say symmetry, but Samson has this aesthetic to him that he really knows how to market. And essentially what I'm trying to say is bodybuilding in 2024, I don't know if you're going to see a lot of crazy shredded conditioned guys winning shows. I think you're going to see soft, big, full, aesthetic guys winning shows. So that's my take. That's my thought. Those are the stories for today. Stay tuned for another episode later today. I'm your host, Josh Sanch on BNN. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.